Now, I got a bit of a juicer here for you guys, and this is an email I had come through. Now, if you remember, if you got a great little memory, me and Spence were originally trying to get hold of a review copy of Firewall Ultra so that we could share it with you guys on the podcast, and we would have told you before we actually ended up buying it not to buy this piece of shit. Well, it turns out that they didn't add me on to the review list, but what they did do is put me onto the marketing side. So I now get every single update, every single thing that's a press release. I get the press release direct from the source. Now, this is not a shout against David Jagano, who is the PR guy over at for Firewall, but I got his email and I got a major fucking problem with it. So I want to read out this email for you guys and just get your kind of take. Now, let's just before I go into this, I'll just give a bit of background for those who haven't been keeping up with this. Firewall, when it first came out, me and Spence played it on launch day, and it was absolutely fucked. It just would not work. You couldn't find a game. We were sat in a lobby for forever. The aiming didn't work properly. The eye tracking worked sometimes, didn't work others. It was just a buggy, fucked up mess. And they decided to launch a game like that. That's the background, okay? So we're now a few months from that. So here we go. First Contact Entertainment. Now that Firewall Ultra has been out for nearly 2 months and has received a total of 7 large and game-altering patches, we want to reach back out to let you know about the game's progress. The team at FCE is working hard each and every day on making Firewall Ultra as great as it can be. Thanks to our dedicated and passionate community, we've been able to make huge strides with the game in a short amount of time. The latest patch, patch 1.10, included many impactful changes, and the responses from the community across socials, in-game and in our Discord have been very positive. Since launch, we've tackled many key issues and areas of the game that players had issues with out the gate, such as progression, matchmaking, network stability, aiming accuracy, and much more, and are continuing to focus on high-impact changes that have meaningful and tangible improvements. We're committed to continuing to work on the game and would welcome a renewed look at Firewall Ultra if you'd be interested in checking the game out again, and or letting your viewers or readers know about some of the changes from your own perspective. If you like, we have plenty of people on the development team who would love to hop in for some games for you to chat as well. Right. I got a fucking issue with this. A major fucking issue, and I want to pass it over to you guys in a second, but I just want to have a little bit of a ramble on this. The fucking cheek, the absolute fucking cheek on this email to literally hide anyone from reviewing the game. Literally anybody. Nobody had access. It wasn't just us. It was literally nobody had access to it pre-release. And to then put out all these gameplay trailers where it looked like it was hot shit, and then it actually turns out to be shit. A steaming pile of shit. And then to be like, oh, please, do you mind check out the game again that you've bought? Do you mind just having a look another couple of months later now that we've actually fixed it? Fuck off. You got one chance to come out with a game and it work and it'd be great. And unless you're something really special, like No Man's Sky or Cyberpunk or something like that, which has legs, then okay, I get it, right? But this is a fucking multiplayer game, and to not have the network sorted, let alone the fucking aiming on a first-person shooter game, is beyond. It's absolutely beyond. I think it's just ridiculous that they had the fucking cheek to email out and say, please, can you go in and check it out, and now we're quite willing to work with you, now the game works. Fuck off. Like, honestly, it really pissed me off. And I thought, do you know what? I haven't thought about this game since we bought it, Spence. And we even dove back in, didn't we? And gave it another shot a few weeks back. And it was okay. It was all right. But this email just made me really fucking sour on it. Because even though it's like, you can think, oh, it's quite nice and heartwarming. They want us to reconnect and to rejig the game up. You fucked up, man. Like, your time's come and gone. This game is a fucking pile of shit. And I'm fucking pissed off that I wasted 40 quid on it. And it really has pissed me off. I mean, am I out of line here? Because I really feel like this has just really done my head in.
Very funny, mate. I think the email is mega cheeky. I think the email is grim. I don't think they should have sent that out. But as you did say, we did try the game out again a little while ago, and I thought it was actually quite good. I mean, the aim was still a little off, and well, that's about it, really. We found a game really quick. We found people that wanted to hang out with us. They were kind of long-time players with Firewall as well. and they kind of shown us the ropes. It was a nice community that we found. Well, 2 people, but they were lovely. The email's bad. The email's bad, but I don't think an email should influence your opinion of a game, if you know what I mean.
I get what you're saying, and you're right. The community was lovely. They were really nice. They really helped us out, really got us like under the door for it. But the fact is, and I think what pisses me off is just where it says like we've made several changes, including, and it lists everything that a game should fucking do from the rip, including networking, including aiming, including reloading. We fixed everything that made this game the game. It's like, just fucking delay the game. Why didn't you just fucking delay the game and launch it later? It's wild to me. Like, I wouldn't put out a game and then be like, oh, now, by the way, it's like if they put out Spidey 2, and they said, oh, now you can swing. Swinging works now. It's like, what the fuck? It's just wild. It's a first-person shooter where you can't fucking aim. What the fuck, man? Just, oh. Phil, how are you feeling about this?
Give that marketing department a raise, mate. Jesus, they're doing everything and anything to save this dead horse. It's cheeky, but what else are they going to do? You can't blame them. Don't hate the game, mate. Or don't hate the player. You got to hate the game, right? This is a ridiculous situation where they've come to you, begging you to use your community now to encourage people to put more eyes on this. It's just mad. But I don't know why you would do this. I don't know why you would encourage anyone. You obviously haven't by your recent rant, but they had to try. They had to reach out to you. They had to try and put you in this position. They had to encourage you to come back because they have been putting in some extra work to the game. And ultimately, this is what you wanted, right? You wanted them to improve all these things that you had flaws with the game.
It is. But then when someone says to you, like, when you're like emailing back and forth and you're like, yeah, do you know what? I'd really like to get one of you on. I'd really like to like work with you guys and see what it is. And like, the game's shaping up great. Yeah, it's fantastic. You're going to have a great time with it. Looking forward to seeing you on launch day. La 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 la. Fucking can't see anyone on launch day. Can't see a single soul. I don't know, man. Like, this game, the more distance I've had from it, and even though we had a semi-decent experience spent, we both said after we came off it, I'd rather just play golf. I'd rather do literally anything else. Like, literally anything else. I'd rather play After the Fall. It's all right. It works. But it's not exactly great. And it's certainly not going to get anywhere near, like, a top 10 VR list for this year for me. Or anything like that. I don't think it will even chart. And I don't know, man. It just fucking rubbed me up the wrong way. And yeah, maybe it's nice they reached out, but you can do it better than that. Much better.
Mate, what I reckon you should do is take them up on their offer and play a game with a dev. And as soon as he comes in, he'll be like, oh yeah, we worked really hard. We've actually just improved the aiming. And then you could be like, well, why wasn't the aiming good at launch, mate? And then you could just kind of interview him then and there.
Live review.
Be like, so what was wrong with it at launch? He'd be like, all this. You'd be like, well, why'd you release it then? And then you could just kind of be like, you fucking idiot. And just rinse him then and there in-game and then shoot him in the head as well. You could. Be like, get out my lobby.
Shoot myself. Uninstall the
Shoot
game. Try and
You'd
get
miss.
my money back. Yeah, I would miss, yeah.
You'd miss.
But yeah, sorry guys, I'm kind of just using this as a template to have a little bit of a rant, but yeah, it really did rub me up the wrong way.